How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. How's it going, YouTube? This is Bren from the Upper Tier Pro Wrestling Weekly. This is What's the Crackdown. I have, as always, with me, I have Emma here. Emma, how are you getting on? How's your week been? Tell everybody, because there was a couple of messages for you on Pro Wrestling Weekly this week on Wednesday. A couple of people said, we
No
wish
way.
Emma the best. Yeah, Sharon was one of them. She wishes Emma the best. She
Oh,
wanted to make sure you're all right. She wasn't the only one. So I think the people need to know, Emma, how are you getting on?
I'm doing a bit better now. I think everyone in Ireland can relate that this sickness is just horrible. But I'm doing better. I'm excited to finally get back to training because obviously I couldn't, being sick and stuff. I can't be going in the ring and coughing or anything. But yeah, I'm doing a lot better. Thanks, guys. That's so sweet. Bless them.
Yeah, there was a few messages. So you were missed on Wednesday, but Emma's
I'll
back
be back.
tonight. We're gonna get. I'm back on Wednesday, of course, or Tuesday. We haven't. I'm not sure what day, but we will get back to that. Probably be decided by the watch along. So a couple of things before we get started. We're gonna get stuck into SmackDown now in a second. Before we do, there will be a live watch along on the Upper Tier YouTube channel. Obviously, the channel that you're on now for Saturday night main event. This is John Cena's last match. Everybody on the panel loves John Cena. We've all been down since day one. Most of us have, anyway. So it's gonna be the card is good. We'll go through the card towards the end. It's gonna be a good
Yeah.
event. And let's see what happens. We may not agree with how the Cena tour went, but look, we're here now. Let's just sit back, enjoy, get stuck in, and hopefully it is a good one. So a couple of things as well. We are going to get stuck into SmackDown, but there is a little bit of FFPW that we're going to touch on, Fight Factory Pro Wrestling later on, and a couple of other things. So before we get cracking, I'm going to take a few comments, which is unusual because they're coming in fast and heavy right now. Hello, Barry. How's it going? What's the crack, man? It is good to see you. Backlash in Italy, May, after WrestleMania 42. Acers, I seen that. I seen the ad. I kind of wanted it to be in Rome. Clash at the Coliseum. It just made so much more sense. But hey ho, go seeing it. Yes, and go seeing it. What a sad day. I haven't here to the left behind me. And we have Asgard. Anto, I do that every week. The Dublin accent comes out. How are you, Anto? Anto, great to see you. Great to see you back on. Thank you. Walter Victory incoming. I don't disagree with you, Acers. It's
Yeah.
how they're going to do it. I think we've all accepted the fact that whatever was leaked in September is going to happen, and it's not about the fact that it's going to happen now at this stage. It's basically how they're going to do it. I'm going to predict a WrestleMania type ending. That's what I'm going to call. But we'll see what happens. Thank you, Reggie. Good to see you, man. As always, great promo from Obafemi, and we'll be touching on that now in a
Hmm.
few minutes. Um, Eamon thinks that Randy is the mystery man. So the mystery man. It was established on Pro Wrestling Weekly that we think, look, there's definitely a couple of people under the mask, right?
Yeah.
It could be Randy Orton. It certainly wasn't Randy Orton scaling the cage that night like bloody Spider Man, like Tom Holland.
Oh, no way.
Not a chance. Emmett, who do you think it is?
See, I think doing the whole scale in the cage thing, Austin theory,
Sure.
definitely, definitely. But I mean, there's definitely more than one fella under those masks. There's definitely more than one. So it could be Randy Orton. It could. I think the most far fetched one was someone saying was John Moxley, which I
It's
saw
definitely not.
online. No,
No,
like a lot of
Mox is
people
under
were like,
contract.
yeah, exactly. A lot of people were like, oh my god, the Shield is back, and I was like, lads, I don't know what you are watching, but they're not.
Incoming lawsuit that would be. Um, I agree with you, Emmett. I
Mm,
think it's a few different people, and I do think they should have revealed it quicker than now. But hey ho, it should be the
yeah.
first show on Netflix. So what's the crack, Keith? You guys on the watch along tonight? So we touch on at the start. Most certainly will be on it, 100%. Upper tier watch along of Saturday night main event kicking off at about 20 minutes beforehand. Um, so this is the lovely Emma. You've seen the show. You know that that's the lovely Emma, my man. You've seen the show.
Hello.
So that's the lovely Emma. Tap out is not the way to do it, in my opinion. And I agree with you, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. No, WWE have to glaze Cena to make it to make it real. No shenanigans. I don't know, Eamon. We'll see. We'll see what the crack is. All right, Daniel, what's the crack, man? How are you? Good to see you on. Thanks for coming on. Great to see you, fellas. Well, one of us is a fella.
Why, thank you.
Um, Austin Theory, Ricky Saints. Some people are saying it's Ricky Saints at this stage. I don't know if it'll be him. I think it should be Austin Theory, although WWE have said it is. Well, included him on the list. I think the mystery man until Seth Rollins, and it'll be him because he hates CM Punk. I don't think it will be Anto, to be honest with you. I hope not anyway. I think because it's Austin Theory at Survivor Series, Ricky Saints because he lost the title to Oba. Not a bad shout. And who do we have now? And finally, before we get stuck into SmackDown, it's Montez Ford or Sami Zayn. I don't know, Keith. We'll see what happens.
Sami
We'll see what
Zayn.
happens. Sami Zayn, one of the greatest of all time. Myself and Emma
Hmm.
agree.
This
So
is a Sami Zayn
let's
show.
well, I would gladly have a Sami Zayn show. He absolutely deserves it.
Hmm.
So let's get stuck into SmackDown. Emma, kick us
Let's do.
off. What did you think of the opening promo? Cody Rhodes came out. He cut a bit of a promo, and we seen Obafemi forced entrance on the main roster.
Wow, just wow. Like, you're talking about the future of WWE. Will they be okay? From that promo, WWE will be fine when people retire. When the retirement starts happening, Obafemi will be there. He will be the main man. He is incredible. He has the star quality. He's like, I genuinely got chills during his promo. I was like, okay, he's here. Cody, you're gone. Goodbye, Cody Rhodes. Like, it was just,
Mhm.
it was a great way to kick off the show, I think. And it got everyone ready because I think everyone's so focused on John Cena's,
Yeah,
match tomorrow. But now, I'm equally excited for Cody and Obafemi as well, which I think will be great.
100%. Yeah, I think we're in for a good show. I think Cody focused on Drew McIntyre a lot throughout the promo. So I think, in my opinion,
Mm.
what happens is McIntyre gets involved. Obafemi might not necessarily want or know McIntyre gets involved, does but gets the win over Cody. It looks great on Obafemi's CV, looks
Yeah,
brilliant. And when he eventually comes up, because I said it months ago on Pro Wrestling Weekly, I think Obafemi should have been the man to pin John Cena. I think it would have made for a
yeah,
much better story. He's definitely the future. What an absolute promo to kick off. Um, I loved it. So after that promo, after he said he's the conqueror, he's going to destroy him, and a little tribute to John Cena as well. Looking at
yeah,
Cody and said, Cody, your time is up. Brilliant. We got straight into the wrestling then. In my opinion, match of the night every single week. I look forward to it. Dragonoff versus Ciampa. Ciampa finally gets his title shot. What did you
yeah.
think of that?
I really enjoyed this match, and
Mhm.
what I liked as well is that they've built it up over the last few weeks, so it was anticipated. You were like, okay, Ciampa's been wanting this. It's going to be a good match, and of course, Dragunov, he's brilliant. Every week, I feel like he just keeps getting better and better.
This was a masterclass. This match was a masterclass. Dragonoff, again, brilliant because he was offered assistance and he said no, like the greatest of all time, John Cena, who started this open challenge. It's not something I can do to carry this legacy. And I think, look, Mello got a bit of Mello got a bit of a rub here. Carmelo Mello. Am I calling him Carmelo Mello?
I was
Taxi for
thinking a
Bren.
chocolate bar.
Jesus. So yeah, my bad completely. Sorry. So Carmelo comes out. I think this is setting up a Carmelo US title match, and I think Carmelo wins it probably early January. I hope so
Yeah.
anyway. Let's give Carmelo the belt. Let's change his gimmick up a bit and let him
Hmm.
run with it and elevate Dragonoff. Dragonoff can do something elsewhere because he's man of the match every single week. Nobody's
Yeah.
putting on a better match. And in fact, I would dare say that, you know, the last few SmackDowns, he's kind of made it worthwhile watching.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You know, you like
For sure.
Emmett, you're an aspiring wrestler. You've got to be looking at him thinking, yes, that's the level I want to reach. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Like, there's times when, like, you could be working out or something, and, like, I'll stick on, like, a match, and I'll I'll always rewatch like one of his matches for the US Championship Open matches just because
Hmm.
he's so good, and it's almost motivating, to see someone like that, which I think that's what
Absolutely.
makes a great wrestler completely.
Absolutely, yeah. So look, like that every week, I look forward to Dragunov, and I do think him and Carmelo Hayes will do something soon, and hopefully Hayes will get that rub and finally get that push, and let's see what he can do. Now, I have a bit
Hmm.
of a theory on tonight, okay, and it's only like it's one of those loose theories. It's
Okay.
based off of the Miz's backstage comments about not being involved in Saturday Night Main Event. He had a bit of an argument here where Javon Evans calling him Unk and all of that, and
Mm.
basically there's 21, I think there's like 21 years between the two. It's mad to think that the Miz is like 45. I'm not far off the Miz, to be honest, but it's mad to think that he's 45 and still performing at that level. But he keeps complaining about not being involved in Saturday night's main event. I'm, I hope, I hope, and again, nothing against Gunther. I love Gunther. I hope he takes Gunther out and gets
I
himself into
would
the match.
love that. I think that would be comical. Having
Now,
everyone give out about Gunther and then just have the Miz come in and be like, you know what? No, not having that.
that would be very, very cool. I can't really see it happening, to be honest with you. I can see him being involved in the match because again, I'm expecting kind of a WrestleMania kind of ending. But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I'm going to touch on the Wyatt Six next, and I know we're kind of doing this kind of quickly, but we've quite a bit to get through. All right, before I touch on the Wyatt Six, because I have to kind of eat my words a little bit in a few minutes, and I don't like
Okay.
doing that. So I'm hoping Noel isn't watching or Noel isn't in the chat. Let's take a few comments. Reggie, Upper Tier will be debuting a new show in the new year of 2026. Great shout. And you know what? Upper Tier is constantly uploading new content. We have loads of new videos every day. SmackDown show, football shows, Pro Wrestling Weekly, the
And they're all
shorts during
brilliant.
the week. Excellent. Excellent. Dave's Dynamite, Keith's top fives, um, Sean's Sean's NXT videos. And he let's see if he watches.
Yeah.
I'm only messing with you, Sean. You've been on fire as of late. So yeah, we look forward to that. I don't think we find out the mystery man until January 5th. I don't think so either, to be honest with you. Eamon, Cody versus Oba will be amazing, I assume, is what you're going to
Yeah.
be. We're going to say. So, be so good, he'll be a future champ. He is the real deal. I totally agree with you. I think strap a rocket to him.
Yeah.
He's just incredible. Drew McIntyre cost Cody Rhodes tonight. Totally agree, Acers. Said it earlier. Ron, mystery solved, mystery solved, mystery solved. Yeah. All right, Reggie. Thanks for that. Are you talking about the mask? What are you talking about when you say that? I think Javon Evans and Leon and versus AG and Dragonoff to do a New Day versus AG Dragon winner faces Usos. I don't know, Eamon. Let's see what happens. Either way, everybody you've just mentioned there will put on a barn burner. Keith Siri, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Jayon Evans and Leon Slater is going to. I'm not going to finish that sentence. And I'll tell you why I'm not going to finish that sentence because I don't know what it means. What does it mean to slap? It's
Oh,
going
it's
to
gonna be
slap
good.
tonight.
Like, yeah, like it's gonna slap. Like it's gonna be good.
I've heard this said recently. What does it mean? Because where I'm from, what it means to be slapped, it's not a good thing. It's like a clatter in the face.
Yeah,
So
but
Leon,
like,
so it's going to be good. Is that what's going to be
yeah,
slapped mean?
like it's gonna be hit different. Like it's gonna be a match of the match kind of thing.
Cool has passed me by. There's no doubt about it. Um, Acers, Obafemi won't be losing the NXT until Stand and Deliver. He will debut on Raw after WrestleMania, and Brock Lesnar opponent for his final match in SummerSlam in August. Do you know what, Acers? You're rarely wrong. Your predictions are
That's a great
spot
prediction,
on.
actually. Yeah.
I'd be absolutely delighted with that. I'd be over the moon with that. Yeah, I agree. It's underrated. I call SmackDown without dragging off mid down. Yeah. So we're going to touch on something in a few minutes on SmackDown. We'll get to it. We'll touch on the 3 hours thing that was announced that Michael Cole touched on. Let's see if it'll help it or not. Let's see. Javon is so unreal. He's so technical. Totally agree. We're
Yeah.
absolutely blessed with the roster that we have. I think I just skipped somebody, and if it's who I think it is, I'm going to be a very happy man. Let's see. He's back. I think if you're the same Universal, yes. Universal comes in every now and again. I love your
Woo!
comments, man. Keep them coming. Great to see you. Amazing to see you. I think Alistair Black should join Wyatt Six. Eamon, do you know what? I kind of agree with you. We'll touch on the
Yeah.
we'll touch on Wyatt Six now in a minute. SmackDown was great this week. Dragunov was fantastic, and then we'll take the last two comments, and then we'll continue on with SmackDown. Mask Guy reveal will be at the Rumble, maybe, maybe Universal. I think the argument is they want to make the January 5th year anniversary for Netflix even bigger. So we'll
Mm,
see what happens. Just do Drew versus Cody. It's taken too long to develop. There might be a reason for that. The storyline. Looking forward to Bailey and Saul match. I think Bailey loses the match. Keith says the pay per view is a great way to show the amazing talent of NXT.
yeah.
Absolutely. Slow build. Uh, Pay per view. Fair enough. I meant if you're talking about me calling Raw, I might have called Raw pay per view by accident. It is obviously an event. Old man Bren, I'm only a few years younger than you, and I know what slapped means. I'd say you know what it's like to be slapped, Keith. Go, "Hey, get up out of that." Oh, shouldn't have said that. I'm only messing, Keith. I'm only messing. This is where the next roster comes into effect for SmackDown on the third hour. Yeah, Acers, let's see and let's hope, and we'll touch on that now in a few minutes. So, I was dreading this part. We need to talk about the Wyatt Six and the Wyatt Six
Yeah.
promo. So, Emma, as you know, on Pro Wrestling Weekly, week on week, I've been beating the drum of the Wyatt Six. I've been wearing their t shirts. I love the Wyatt Six. The, the promo was okay at best. They're going up against Bootleg Kiss. Um, there's just, you know what else is pissing me off a little bit? It's the fact that they've got so many, they could potentially have so many good tag teams in that spot. And this
Yeah.
seems to be dragging and dragging and dragging. Bloodline 3.0 or wherever they are, just,
I
I
know.
don't know, put them somewhere else. What did you think of the Wyatt promo? Were you were you on kind of like towards Niall's side with this, or were you kind of siding with me for a little bit on that? And no pressure.
See, I was. I'm a huge fan of the White Six. I really am. But I just feel like it's almost like they're lost on SmackDown. And as you said, that promo was okay at best.
Yeah,
Like if you look at when they first,
piss poor.
when they first emerged or whatever, like there's such a big difference. And I don't know what way they're going in SmackDown. I don't know what's going to happen to them,
Mm.
but they need to be booked properly or it's just going to fizzle out and people are going to use that time when the White Six are on to go get a cup of tea or something. That's the way it's going at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's not much more to say on it. The actual promo itself was piss poor.
Mm,
That family, my family, the MFT is. I'm just not liking this at all. I think they could do so much better. Like I said, with somebody like the Wyatt Six, they need to go on a Cape Fair. They need to go kind of like with a realistic angle. Get rid of the
yeah.
hocus pocus. Keep some of it, I suppose, but
Yeah, keep that mystery there, but just I'm sorry, but get away from the Bloodline 3.0 or whatever.
yeah,
I just can't take them. I really can't.
even I can't defend that at this stage. Couple more comments. Anto, it's confirmed. SmackDown going to in Feb. Cody be better there. Oh, brilliant! You're going to SmackDown. So Anto will be going to SmackDown in February, and obviously, Anto, what we'll do is we'll collaborate. We'll have you on, and we want to know what your experience was like. That would be bloody brilliant. Because Anto, I'd like to have you on the
Yeah,
show one of the times anyway. WWE would be versus AEW would be so good. Impossible. Absolutely
imagine.
impossible. Absolutely impossible. Show tonight is sold out. 19 plus thousand with over 4,000 comps. 4,000 comps doesn't make it look as impressive, but that's pretty big for a Saturday night main event. Bo
Hmm.
Dallas, Eamon said, should win the United States title. I don't know. Like the way things are going now, Eamon, I love Bo Dallas. I believe I love Uncle Howdy, but this is not good. Lots of celebrities will be there tonight, and a few controversial ones too. Universal. I assume you are talking about Vincent Kennedy McMahon because the rumor has it Vince will be there tonight, and also as
Yeah.
well a friend of yours. Well, not really a friend of yours, somebody whom you do a great impression of,
No.
Donald Trump. No friend of yours, but
No.
Donald Trump. Apparently, Donald Trump
Oh.
and Vince McMahon.
I don't like Gunther. I don't know though. And then Vince
Oh,
is like,
come on, you have to follow through now.
Vince all like, I can't even begin to tell Trump these stories.
That's bleeding cracker. That is. That's deadly.
Yeah,
Cena's match
you
will be
know
the
what?
main event.
Yeah,
Um, I think that's been confirmed. Yeah, he kind of dropped the ball on something, and he kind of said that he would open the show, and then he made a bit of a joke saying, "I don't know how that rumor got out, but he's going to be main event." 2.5 hours. I hope so because we're staying up late, and I want to get to bed. At this stage, I reckon I'm going to be up till about. It starts at 1, 2.5 hours, two, three, half three. So yeah, half three, four
yeah,
o'clock. It's going to be a rough morning for Bren tomorrow morning. 8 p.m. to 10:30 in the United States of America. They should have done Wyatt versus MFT at Survivor Series, says Eamon. Yeah, look, it should be gone. It should be over. Tickets well cheaper than Dublin. 100%, Anto. It's absolutely ridiculous, but I wouldn't get too excited about that. Um, that's gone. That's so class. Emma, he's talking to you.
oh, stop.
It's brilliant, isn't it? It's
A
listen.
fiver, and I'll do a personal one.
That Trump thing is bloody. I'm so happy you did that last week.
Thank you.
Keith Series in, and he says, "I've said it for so long. They need to do a serious shake up on SmackDown. They need to bring a lot of top NXT stars and put them on SmackDown. They need to do something soon.
Definitely.
The booking has been poor." Not a bad show, Keith. Acer is next Friday. Going to be interesting viewing SmackDown and Jake Paul versus Joshua. It's going to be very
Oh yeah,
interesting. Let's see what happens. Personally, I'll be watching SmackDown. But that's just my jam. Glad I'm off work tomorrow. I am also off work tomorrow, but I'm probably going to get woken with an elbow drop straight to the throat at about 7 in the morning. So let's see what happens. And then before we get stuck into the rest of the show, we've got a question from Universal. What will happen in Cena's match? Run in, squash, who wins? Um, I think we probably brushed over. We're probably going to brush over it again, but let's just tackle it now. What do you think?
I think the Miz will try get involved somehow.
Hmm.
There's going to be something there, but I don't know. Like they probably will make him tap out, but I don't know if they're going to do that because like it's his last match, and I'm not too sure. What do you think?
So, look, I have a couple of theories on it, but I have a feeling it's going to be straightforward. I think the way it's going to be played very, very safe. Again, my biggest issue with this Universal is that this was leaked in September, and almost verbatim, what's happening is what's happened and what's about to happen it's probably like Gunter's going to have his hand raised. How it happens, I predict there's going to be a lot of run-ins. I think we have a WrestleMania ending, similar to Cody and Roman. I'm not sure who
Mm.
shows up. Rumors of The Rock being there, The Miz will definitely show up. That's what I
Oh yeah.
think will happen because I think they have to do something to make this really memorable because a lot of people are pissed off about how the tournament went, the directions, the lack of names, which some of that wasn't the WWE's fault. There's nothing they could have done. There were certain people under contract, despite many people wanting it. So that's what I think is going to happen, Universal. But we'll see what happens. Um, they're both on Netflix on Friday. That's right. But I will save my time for SmackDown. Make Cena versus Gunter
Yeah.
Hardcore. Maybe it'll happen on the show. SmackDown will have a new look in January with the 3 hours return. Do you know what, Emma? Let's touch on the 3 hours now.
Yeah.
SmackDown in January is going to 3 hours. What do we think about that?
So obviously SmackDown hasn't been the most greatest of the two, I think, over the last good while. We've had like a good few episodes recently anyway. But I think if they were to go to 3 hours, as Keith said before, SmackDown needs a whole new shake up. They need to bring up more talent. I'm not even bring up more talent, but they need to do something with the talent that they have at the minute.
Hmm.
Because the only solid thing every week is Dragunov.
Hmm.
You know? They have loads of talent there. They need to shake up the tag teams as well. They need to do something with the Bloodline 3 point whatever, because I don't think many people are taken to them. So I think it's great if they're moved to 3 hours, but I think use that talent wisely and book it properly.
100%.
Otherwise, it's just going to be 3 hours of people being like, nah, not watching that. No.
100%. Yeah. And I totally agree with you. I don't like 3 hour shows, to be honest with you. I think it should be
Yeah.
2 hours. I understand the argument. Look, more talent gets on, more decent talent gets on. But I agree with the listen. This is why we have shows like NXT. This is why we should probably have another B show somewhere, because to me it should be 2 solid hours of just go 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 go.
Yeah.
Rock and drag sometimes. The ads build up, and I think it should be sink or swim. I think, and not a lot of people agree with that. It's a bit of an old school mentality. It should be sink or swim, and it should be 2 hours. Now, look, it's gone 3 hours. Emma, I wholeheartedly agree with what you said. Let's use the talent in the right way. Let's take this opportunity to hit the refresh button and shack it up, as Keith says
Yeah.
in his comment earlier on. And let's get something done. Obviously, it means this show is a little bit longer. Grant, no problem at all. I
Nope.
happily do it twice on a Sunday. So yeah, that's something we were going to touch on. Why the Miz? Because the Miz deserves it, Eamon. The Miz
And
put
it's
has put in the
awesome.
work. Let alone just being awesome. He's just amazing, and he absolutely deserves it. And he has proper history. Take her and Rock to show up tonight for Cena's goodbye, says Keith. Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. But the Rock was just nominated for a Golden Globe. Now, in my head, that would mean if I'm the Rock, I probably distance myself from wrestling. Look what happened to Mickey Rourke. He got involved in wrestling.
Mm.
Well, the Oscars is a different ball game, and I suppose it was a bit of a different time. He should have won the Oscar that year because he got involved, but because he got involved with wrestling, he did not. Acers, I won't get to see Saturday Night Main Event until 5 a.m. after I'm home from work. We won't spoil it for you, Acers. I know who the mystery man is, says Reggie. Reggie, let us all know. We'd like to know. Eamon, they should do Cena
Please tell
Gunter
us.
like Cena taps out Gunter. I've heard that a few times, to be honest with you. 3 hours for good, or it's that one time event. And though it's 3 hours going forward, that's it. SmackDown is 3 hours until they decide otherwise. Um, NXT is the best of
Sorry,
all
I'll be
three
2 seconds.
shows.
I just need to blow my nose.
Yeah, Emma, do what you got to
The
do.
cold's
I'll
hitting
finish
me.
the rest of the comments and then we'll fly through the rest of SmackDown. 3 hours, well said, Emma, says Keith Siri. Thank you, Keith. Raw and SmackDown are on so late. My son can't watch. Aim and it's hard. Even like I struggle. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't typically stay up. I work Monday to Friday. I don't. So for me, I'm either watching it on the phone on the way into work, and then after work, I watch the rest of it on the TV. It can be a bit of a juggle for us here in the Republic of Ireland. Orton returning at the Rumble, unless he returns sooner, and Jericho re-debuting at the Royal Rumble. Universal, and what do you think of this? The countdown comes on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and as it's going to 5, it switches to Jericho's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I heard that on the internet somewhere, and I thought that would be so cool. Um, Braun should destroy Punk. Whoa, says Eamon.
Whoa,
Now
whoa,
you just said that
whoa.
at the wrong time. You said that at the wrong time,
Whoa.
Eamon. You couldn't have said that. Emma, can we
Ah,
get your
lads.
reaction on that? Emma's
Whoa.
not happy.
Lads, clip that because, wow, just as I came back.
Yep,
I'm
Emma
going to pretend
is
I didn't
not
hear
happy
that.
with that.
Oh,
Come
no, I'm
here.
sick. I can't.
Well, I'm not sure I agree with that, Eamon. Not just yet. I think Punk should actually win, and Braun should win at a later stage. Right. So After the Wyatts, we were treated to Alexa Bliss versus Last Legend. Michael Cole said it best during this match. He said, Last Legend just beat a 5 times women's champion, and that's good on the
Yeah.
CV for a Last Legend. To me, this match was it was okay. It was there. It was all right, and it was quick. What did you think? Were you happy? How did you get on watching it?
I thought the match again. No notes really on the match. It was there. It wasn't bad or anything. And I
Hmm.
think, as you said, for Lash Legend, it's great because Alexa Bliss is a 5-time women's champion.
For
Lash
sure.
Legend is just in SmackDown. I think she's great. Like, I wasn't really a fan of her before, but now, like, I've kind of taken to her. Like, I like her character. She's this, like, kind of powerhouse. Like, and I think, like, she is already going to be a top star. Definitely.
Yeah, 100%. And look, like I said, it was there, and it led us into the next match. Match we talked about earlier on, Javon Evans versus The Miz. Like I said, there's a 21-year age gap between the two. The match in itself was pretty good, I thought. I
Yeah.
think The Miz still has it. I think
Hmm.
what this match has showed is that, and not that we didn't know, but not that we needed a reminder, but Javon Evans has such a great road ahead of him, such a
Yeah.
bright future. But there's one thing that's pissing me off that became apparent whilst I was watching this match. And not what after the match was The Miz hasn't won this year. Now,
No.
I I don't mean to go on about The Miz. I just think he deserves a lot better because if you know The Miz's history, and if you don't, I recommend looking it up. The fact that he was hazed in the locker room. He was
Yeah.
treated very badly by other WWE superstars at the time, and he came through it all from the promo against Roman and Cena, promo against Daniel Bryan. He made the Intercontinental title relevant again. His promos
Yeah.
are untouchable, and every feud he's
And
involved in has been brilliant,
he's also
unbelievable,
consistent. Like, he's a consistent superstar, I think. Like, I
one
remember
hundred
I we
percent.
saw him live in Amsterdam for a house show and he was brilliant. Really brilliant. It was great seeing him live.
Yeah, he is. And look, I've seen him as live a few times. I met Beth Phoenix once, and she told
Oh
me
my
that
god.
I looked like the
Look.
Miz.
Lads, the Miz is here. I've got the
I,
Miz live.
I think I look a bit more like Ricky Gervais in The Office than The Miz, and that's saying something. I'm closer to that. Do you know what I mean? I look nothing like Miz. Looks like a bona fide superstar. What a guy, deserves more. But look, Evans has a future, and we
And his
know that.
reaction when he won was brilliant.
Yeah, it was deadly. It was deadly. Um, I was thinking about you when I was watching this section here because I wanted to get your opinion on this. There was a specific tease with Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, right? What
Yeah.
do you think? I mean, because it teased a little bit. Rhea Ripley obviously distracted. Jade Cargill kind of like shouldered the belt and all of that. How do you think that does that play out good based on Jade Cargill's current form? How does that work? Or should she wait for Stratton to come back or something like that?
I I'd like to see that match with Ripley because I feel like Rhea Ripley's like, she's the top superstar in WWE. So many fans. But Jade is just this powerhouse. And like they
Mhm.
could, have the argument that maybe Rhea will be the one to take down Jade or something, but like I'm not too sure
Sure.
how it'll play out at all.
it's to me, like, I'm not sure about it. I wanted to ask your opinion on it for the very fact that I'm not really sure about it. I'm not sure if it's the direction they should go. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens, because in the next segment, Jade Cargill was made look like the Terminator. She came out, she
Yeah.
said a few things. She was about to say she's that bitch. And basically Meechin obviously came out with a kendo stick, and she ended up getting on top of Meechin and just battering her. So
Yeah.
they're making her out to be invincible. I think that, again, I think based on how our matches are being booked, I think that needs to kind of like shape up a little bit. How what did you think of that segment anyway, and how did you feel about Meechin getting a hiding, even with a kendo stick?
I
Does
knew
this
it.
look bad on Meechin?
I don't think it necessarily looked bad, but I feel like everyone knew it was gonna happen. From what we've all seen so far, Jade Cargill is gonna be this big powerhouse as you said, like the Terminator. Like
Mm.
nobody's standing in her way. So when Michi came out with the kendo stick, like I was just like, listen, that's not going to do you any good. Let's be honest here. You're gonna listen.
Yeah,
Put that down. You don't need it right now. Let's be honest here.
you're dead right. Yeah,
So it'll be
yeah,
interesting to see who takes down Jade, but I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, at the moment, it's not looking too good. There was an announcement then following that, an announcement that I imagine made you very happy as to what's going to happen on WWE Raw. The return of CM Punk on Raw, and
All
Logan
is
Paul
good.
faces Rey Mysterio. So all is good in the world, which brings me to the next
All is good.
comment. Give him the world title. I agree, Eamon. He's talking about Braun Breaker. He does deserve the
Oh
world title. He deserves, but it's just let Punk have a nice run with it. He deserves it
yeah.
as well. Um, so
Punk's not
we'll
getting any
touch on
younger.
Reggie. If you think if Edge is under that mask, he's not under that mask. He's under contract with AEW until October 2026. He's 100% not Edge. I can tell you that now. It's not Edge. It's not Mox/Dean Ambrose. It's not. It's nothing like that. And again, Eamon, I think he's being pushed. Braun Breaker now we're touching on. He's being pushed at the moment, and he's going to be a massive deal like that. Him and Obafemi. It's just the future is bright, Keith
Yeah.
Siri, because Keith Siri originally brought it up. At least when we are doing the Royal Rumble for the watch along, it'll be the normal hours for us. Oh, thank God. I didn't even think of that. Oh
Thank
my
God.
God. Happy days. I was only saying to somebody today, I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but I think we'll be doing that. Acers, Punk will beat Breaker on the 5th of January. Braun Breaker will win Elimination Chamber. Again, Acers is like Mystic Meg, so I'm going to go with him on this one. And you know what? If that happens, fair enough. As long as it's done in the
Fair.
right way, if that
Yeah.
happens, fair enough. Who knows who Lash Legend is? We all do. We've if you Eamon, if you've been watching SmackDown over the last couple of weeks, or even NXT before that, Last Legend is incredible. You should get to know her.
Brilliant.
She's deadly. It's Jade Cargill 2.0. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Keith Siri, Triple H needs to give us more than 4 matches when it comes to pay-per-views. At least give us 5 or 6 matches. Now, Keith, technically speaking, Saturday Night Main Event is not a pay-per-view. I will say that. Okay. I'm not saying he shouldn't be giving us more, but it's certainly not a pay per view. And maybe the fact that it's John Cena's last match and it's 4 matches on the card tonight gives us more time with John Cena before he rides off into the sunset, into the world of the
Oh,
Ambassador
that's
Bills. I know. I'm sorry for bringing it up. Hall of
that's all right.
Famers will be here tonight. I believe so. Jade Who, I'm sorry, but she's unwatchable. Universal, I actually agree with you. She's pretty bad. I'm a Jade fan, but the way our matches have gone, they've not been very good. Last Legend is actually good. We touched on that.
Yeah.
The new direction going forward is 4 matches on one night PLEs. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Rumble will only have 4 matches. Well, I mean, if two of them is the Royal Rumble, women's Royal Rumble's an hour, men's Royal Rumble's an hour, and then whatever in between or vice versa. I really can't take the Jade Cargill to be honest, but I'm a huge fan of Tiffany. We know you are, Keith. We know you are.
We know. We
Universal
know.
tickets are already on pre-sale for the Rumble. Interesting you bring that up. 860,000 people in like Emmett, you log on to Ticketmaster, you go to get tickets for wrestling,
Yeah.
860,000 people are in front of you. Are you waiting?
Not a hope. I would
Not
rather
a
be in the comfort of my own home. No.
100%. And then when you get to the top of the queue, it's like, yeah, no bother. 5 grand, please, for 10
It's
rows
insane.
back. Get
I would
a
rather
grip.
be at home in my pajamas with a little monster or something watching it. Now, that's
Yeah.
grand.
Or in my case, a Dark Thunder.
Oh,
This is the Aldi version
fancy.
of Monster. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Um, sorry about that. It is Eamon. Damian Priest. Did you do World Champ then to main event? We'll see what happens, Eamon. Of course, nobody likes Meechin. I don't know. She deserves a bit of a chance. Nobody
Yeah.
watches Meechin. Uh, Bren, no offense, you don't look like the Miz or Gervais. You actually look a lot like Killer Cross. Do you know what? That's a
Oh
no,
yeah.
no. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. Universal. I said it at the start.
Nah.
I'm delighted to see it. Uh, and maybe Drew McIntyre with short hair. Oh yeah. Thank you
There
very
we
much,
go.
Universal. Yes, I'm walking off here with a big head. It's not Edge. Okay. I know. I don't. Edge is under contract till 2027. Thank you, my man. People keep
Yeah.
bringing up the whole Edge thing, and fair enough, I didn't add on the injury time. Um, so I'll take these two comments, and then we'll get stuck into the rest of the show. I foreseen Lash Legend either at the Royal Rumble or Battle Royale Evolution. Absolute pleasure. Uh, River Bar for the Royal Rumble. You sell out the place. You're damn right. Anto, one day we're
Yeah.
going to do a live show in the River Bar just off O'Connell Bridge under the Heineken building in Dublin, the greatest bar in Dublin. Phenomenal staff, great food, great drinks, an amazing sports bar. And it's, yeah, we'll definitely do that one day, and everybody will indeed be invited.
That would be
So,
class. Yeah.
Damien Priest and Rhea Ripley, the Tower Twins versus Aleister Black and Zelina. So this was the main event. What did you think of the main event of SmackDown?
I think it put in place for me, and I'm sorry. Look, maybe I'm a bit biased, but it put in place for me that I'm not a fan of Zelina and Alistair. I'm just not. I
Right?
can't take to
Yeah.
at all.
Go on.
And you know what? I was very happy to see Rhea and Damien back together. I thought that was great.
They're special,
But
aren't they?
yeah, they were that's a
Yeah.
good tag team right there.
Yeah,
And
that
as
is
well,
phenomenal.
obviously poor Zelina had botched the Riptide move for the
Yep. There was a
reversal.
few matches. Yeah.
Yeah, which is very unfortunate. But again, I just can't take to the both of them. I feel like I'm watching the Aldi version of Scarlett and Carrion or something. It's like Triple
100%.
H thought, you know what? Let's get two others in here. We'll try this idea with them.
I think Niall said something similar the other day in the chat. But yeah, look, I totally agree with you. I don't like to use the word botches either, to be honest with you. I think botches is a
Yeah,
bad word. At the end of the day, now obviously it's different for you. I don't train. I don't get into the ring. Oh, excuse me. I'm not going to jump on somebody because they made a mistake. Because listen, in my actual real job in real life, I do make mistakes the odd time, not much. But we all make mistakes in our jobs. And I swear to God,
yeah,
if I had a lot of people the way wrestling fans would be sometimes, you messed up, you are brutal, you're the worst ever,
yeah,
you're gonna fucking end the world. It's not good. And look, this is what they sign up for, I guess, as
yeah.
part of it. But look, everybody makes mistakes. In saying that, some of the mistakes were scary and people can get hurt.
Mm,
So to me, look, I think to what you said, not a fan of Alistair Black, really, to be honest with you, in this scenario, or Selena.
no,
I do think Alistair Black, somebody said it earlier on, maybe align him with the Wyatt Six, and do something there, or the Wyatts, and just do something there.
would be cool.
Maybe inject something fresh. And I'm not sure what to do with Selena. I'm honestly not sure what to do with her.
I honestly, I loved when she was going for the United States Championship and when she had that little, well, when she held the title for a bit. I was personally a fan of her, then. But I don't know. I feel like it just again SmackDown just needs a big shake up. It really does.
Yes. And look, I think that kind of wraps it up nicely. This was just another SmackDown with an amazing match with Dragonoff again, and a couple of one or two hits, and the rest was just filler, and that's all there was to it. So I think we'll wrap SmackDown up there and get stuck. Let's bring it back home,
Mhm.
because for those of you who don't know, Emma trains with Fight Factory Pro Wrestling, and
Yeah.
this week, well, last week, Fight Factory Pro Wrestling went over to Bailey's WWE Superstars Bailey's training school and was represented by Katie Harvey herself. Now, Katie and Phil run Fight Factory Pro Wrestling. They do a phenomenal
The
job,
best.
and I've heard it's the best coaching in the country.
Yeah.
So, and look, they have Fight Factory Pro Wrestling has produced some amazing talent in the past, and will continue to do so. Obviously, with our Emmett, and other people as well. So, and they also have a show in January. So if you're in Dublin near Bray in January, look up Fight Factory Pro Wrestling and get stuck in. But
Yeah.
Emma, how cool is this picture? John Cena, the greatest of all time, standing next to
It's
arguably the future of Irish wrestling, one of the futures of Irish
yeah.
wrestling, the present of Irish wrestling, and the trainer of Irish wrestling, one of the trainers. How
It
cool is
was
that's your trainer?
yeah, that's like I saw Katie the other week, like, which
Yeah.
was insane before she'd went. And then I
In-
remember waking up and a few people had sent me the picture of her and John Cena, and I was just like, oh wow, this is just it's insane, and it's
Incredible.
so well deserved, so well deserved.
Yeah, it's amazing to see a lot of pride being from Ireland, and as
Yeah,
somebody who grew up, and it's no like when I was growing up, I wanted all I ever thought about was professional wrestling. All I wanted to do was become a professional wrestler, and I by the time the training schools came around, I was kind of like I felt I should have joined at the time, but I felt it probably wasn't for me at the time. I got my real jobs and all that, but if anybody wants to do training for professional wrestling and you think this is what you want to do what Emma does. Follow that dream, follow that passion. Contact Fight Factory Pro Wrestling.
yeah.
Go to their training facility because, as Emma will tell you, Emma, how long are you doing it now, and how do you feel about it as you're doing it?
I've been doing it for 4 months maybe now, and I genuinely can't imagine if I didn't do it. Like I was working a typical job and stuff. I'd moved up to Bray. I'd started a new life there, and I decided just to do it. And I can't imagine not doing it now. Basically, like you go in there,
Amazing,
and like the minute I'm done training, I miss it. Like
amazing.
I'll be sore, I'll be tired, I'll be walking back to the bus, and I'll just be like, I want to go back again because
Yeah,
it is a
amazing.
great environment. And if anybody watching or listening, you know, always even drop me a message if you have any questions about anything.
Phenomenal. Emma does great content on the TikTok machine. Definitely worth following. Great videos, great content. Obviously promoting what we do, but also as well, I assume it'll chronicle some of the rest of the journey as Emma delves into the world of pro wrestling and filled with pride seeing that. So before we take a few comments to finish up, and then we'll do the real finish up then, kind of like an encore. A video was released by WWE this week, obviously in the last couple of days. Sweet Disposition, I didn't pronounce that right, was played to it. I seen the video, lump in the throat. Come on, all of
Oh
these
wow.
guys.
It
What a
just
video.
and like oh like I've even shown it to my mom and she had like tears in her eyes. She was like, wow, this is just like it's it would bring anyone a tear it would bring a tear to a glass eye.
Tonight is going to be an emotional roller coaster, particularly
Yeah.
if you're a John Cena fan. And look, the man John Cena is facing, there's lots of rumors because this is the man Gunther that put Goldberg into retirement. Whether he stays retired or not, I don't know. So there's a rumor going around that he could be the new legend killer. Maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe he's going to retire a few more, including your boy, Emma, CM Punk. How
Oh
would you?
no.
Is this? He hasn't got long left. But I don't mean to be that guy. Shut up, Bren. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, I mean, I don't like this gimmick. I personally think that other people should be given the opportunity to take people's careers. I don't
Yeah.
think it should be given to one man that kind of gimmick. Whatever about Legend Killer, where Hall of Famer comes back that's not active and gets kicked in the stomach and DDT'd or whatever, or Stone Cold Stunner, whatever. How would you
Yeah,
feel
exactly.
about this? Or would you be more in line in my thinking, or yeah or nay?
No, definitely about what you're thinking because like if you have just one legend killer, it's gonna make it so boring. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
this person's retiring. I wonder who he's gonna face. Gunther. You know,
exactly.
like it's just it, and there's no room for new talent then to evolve. If you get me, like imagine if you had
100%.
Obafemi, a new upcoming talent, and he's the one to like retire someone else, which would be great.
Brock Lesnar's the rumor at SummerSlam.
I'd love
How
that.
cool would that be?
That would
How
be
cool
insane.
would that be? And he would deserve it too, but some people
Hmm.
saying breaker. We'll take a few comments and then we'll finish up. Adam Copeland is contracted under AEW. Yes, indeedio. Edge is a free agent. Reggie, will you make up your mind? You're going from one to another. I
Oh,
can
Reggie.
confirm the last thing you said was more true. Um, how is Lena still walking after that super botch? Keith, look, it looked rough. It looked rough, but again, I feel bad for these people because obviously they're doing this
Yeah.
day in and day out, and they've got a microscope on them. So, I'm glad everybody's all right. Lol. Thank you for that, Reggie. That was me. Yes, it was Eamon. Ripley almost seriously injured Zelina, says Universal with that botch. Yeah, I mean, it could have went either way. Eamon says, "Go, go, Emma." There you
Thank you.
go. A lot of support. Ripley has
Yeah.
been the botch queen for the last 3 weeks. Maybe we need to bring it up in Pro Wrestling Weekly. So join us next week,
Yeah.
and we'll actually, do you know what? We'll discuss this. That is amazing. Mark Hogan, what is the crack, my man? Hey guys, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I followed my dream. I followed him to this workplace on Baggett Street today. Oh, Mark,
You go,
I'm with
girl.
you on that. Let's see. You got my full support, Emmett. There you go. I
Thank
think
you so.
AEW Dynamite is amazing, better than Raw. I don't agree with you, Eamon. However, if you're a fan of AEW Dynamite, check out Dave on the upper tier. He does a Dynamite
Yeah.
review. Comment, like, share if you agree with him, and let's see what happens there. A lot of support, Mark Hogan again. Well done, Emmett.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Emma's following her dream. For those who don't know, Sean, looking forward to the ugly crying rapidly for 2 hours straight tonight. Sean, don't start crying as soon as it starts. All right, we
Me
we
too,
can do
Sean.
this. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. Um, sorry, that wasn't the best way to enter. Hello, Bren and Emmett. Hello, Sean. Good to see you. Looking
Hi,
forward to
Sean.
seeing you tonight live on the upper tier. CM Punk is world champ, so no. Um, can I share a teaser for Cena's match tonight? I would love you to share a teaser. We're going to close off now in about 5 minutes, so if you can get that in, I think you've already got it in actually. Stephanie McMahon. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Universal, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Cool.
Nice to see you. See, Sean knows Universal. Universal has been with us a few times. Sean is referring Universal to the fact that you've been with us a few times and you've made a few comments. Um, you have Sharon and my support too. A lot of support, Emma, from Sharon
Thank you, guys.
and Anto. Um, hi, we look. That's that's Rosie and Connor and Neve. So
No.
hello to Rosie, Connor, and Neve. I'll see you in the next 15 minutes. Um,
Bless.
what are you doing next? Do you know what, Eamon? What a great segue. So in the next couple of hours, we're going to be doing a watch along. This watch along will be obviously a Saturday night main event. It's for John Cena's last match. So we said we'd celebrate it for the watch along, and we're going to be all in on this man's last match. It's going to be the full panel. I love that autograph. I have one of them as well. It's going to be the full panel, and we go live 20 minutes before it. So upper tier YouTube and check us out because we will be there live for this man's last match. The last time is now. The last time is
Yep.
tonight. We won't do predictions now because we'll do predictions before the pay per view. It's going to be amazing. Anybody who's watching live, come join us on the Upper Tier YouTube channel where you have us now. It's going to be a phenomenal show. So I can't wait for this. I'm absolutely devastated. I've been
Yeah.
down since day one. John Cena has been my guy. I've been saying since the Ruthless Aggression promo, I said that guy is the future. I really said that. I
Yeah.
said him and then Randy Orton shortly after that. And tonight's gonna we're in for a rough night and certainly a rough next morning.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll see what happens. So I'll take a couple more comments and then we'll close out, Emma. Enjoy the show tonight. Thanks, Universal. If you're up and about,
Thank
join us
you.
because you know what? You're an absolute blast in this chat and genuinely it's been a pleasure having you. I'm off. I'm going off to my son, won't watch the full thing. That's all right. Da, 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 da. Big up, crew. Going to be a tough one later. Noel, it is going to be a tough one.
Yeah,
Not sure if you caught it earlier on, but we were talking about the Wyatts, so I guess we'll touch on that on Pro Wrestling Weekly. If you guys are doing a watch along, can you have the audio on but no video? No strikes for audio only. We're okay, so we're a bit ahead of that, right? So realistically speaking, we shouldn't get strikes because nobody's audio is gonna come through. We
yeah.
did have that issue before, but we squashed it whilst we were live on air. So and hey, from Lithuania, watching together. Hello from Dublin, Ireland. Great to have you
Hi.
on. And look, keep tuning in, keep commenting, keep coming.
Mhm.
Um, let me see. Hope you have a great time. Thank you. Gunter was sorry seeing it. I'll be on later. Yes, you will, Anto. We'll see you later. You and Sharon as always.
Deadly.
And then and Dragon win. Excellent. So we'll close it out on that. So listen, this as always. Oh, there you are, Emmett.
Yeah.
This as always has been an absolute blast. I love doing this show. This ironically enough, Emma, did you know this is our 5th week doing this show?
Oh wow. That
So this is our 5th week doing
stop
this
guys.
show on the day that John Cena hangs up the wrestling boots. So listen, join the channel, like, share, subscribe, the Upper Tier YouTube channel. We've got the watch along tonight for Saturday night main event. We've got football shows on Monday, football shows on Thursdays. We've got content during the week. We've got pro wrestling weeklies Tuesday or Wednesday, and it's always an absolute blast. So join us, follow the Upper Tier, and get stuck in. And hopefully we'll see you all tonight. So great
Yeah.
show, lads. Thanks, Reggie. Last few comments.
Thank
It's
you.
on every Friday and Monday. Thank you, Eamon. And of course, Lassies will close it at that. So thanks everybody for joining. Like, share,
Thank
subscribe.
you
2,000
guys.
likes. Emma does Word Life Live. Thank you so much. And it's been an absolute pleasure. And we'll see you tonight live on the watch along on the Upper Tier Pro Wrestling. Good night. God bless. See you all soon.
Bye.